In this video, I want to share with you how using a simple app will instantly improve your artworks. And the best thing is, the app is free, so you can try it out right after watching the video. By the way, I'm not sponsored by this app in any way or form, I just think it's super useful, so I'm going to share it with you. Every artist has been in this situation before. You are painting something, but something about your artwork just seems off. And for the life of you, you can't figure it out. You just don't seem to be able to see the mistakes. If you could, you'd fix them, right? The main problem here usually aren't your painting skills, but how well your eyes are trained to detect problems. So, here's a simple fix to help you with that. First, download and install the InCollage app and then take a photo of your work in progress or your finished artwork in natural light. Take the photo directly from above and try to avoid any glares or reflections. You can take the photo in any lighting situation, but for the best result, I recommend going near a window to get natural light. And here's a little tip. I like to take photos in the Pro mode on my phone, in which I can adjust the saturation and the white balance. This helps a lot when I want to get a photo that is as close to reality as possible. Now open the InCollage app and tap on Grid. Select both your artwork and your reference and tap on Next. Now you need to adjust the size and the positioning to align both pictures. If the angle you took the photo in created a too heavy distortion, you might have to retake it. To get the best comparison, select the side-by-side layout option on the lower left-hand side. And under the menu point ratio, select the option that shows your pictures fully. For example, for my picture it would be 16:9, but that depends entirely on the format of your artwork. Once the pictures are aligned, you will probably notice a bunch of mistakes straight away, as the side-by-side comparison immediately reveals the differences between the two images. Here in this example, you can see that the hair color is too light. His skin is patchy, the shadows in the lips are also too light, and the whole picture has an overall unfinished look. Okay, you have found a few mistakes, but now you're wondering how to fix them. Well, first of all, you should totally become a patron, because I have over 200 step-by-step tutorials that will help you level up your painting skills. And you can find the full process video of this painting there, where you can see how I solved all of the issues. But one thing I did for this painting in particular is to create super smooth and realistic skin with just watercolors and color pencils. And by watching the full process video of this painting, you can do the same. Just follow the link in the video description and become one of my students. When looking at your collage, you can make it easier by squinting your eyes. This will turn your vision blurry and simplifies details. Everything turns into big masses and you will see problems even better. You can also look back and forth from one picture to the other. This creates a movement, almost like an animation between the two pictures. This is a great method to detect problems concerning the proportions of a figure. Check this out. Did you notice a slight movement in her lips? This little difference changed her impression to a slightly annoyed frown. And it's only because this little area here is shaped a bit differently from the reference. Tiny details like this can make or break your artwork. Identifying and correcting them will grant you artistic superpowers. But if you're still having problems when comparing your images, try to compare a crop instead. This will make differences even more obvious. In this side-by-side view here, it's easy to see differences in color values, meaning how light and how dark areas are. The lips on the left picture, for example, are not dark enough. Now, after you have detected a few mistakes, place your phone next to your painting with a collage picture on it and try to fix the mistakes while looking at both images. This can be a little challenging because now you have to work from two reference photos instead of one. But take your time and don't rush it. When you think you have fixed some of the mistakes, repeat the process with a fresh photo. Then you can also see if your corrections made any differences at all. Now repeat this process as long as you find mistakes in your photo. Sometimes I do this 5 or more times for just one artwork, but it's always worth it. This method will guide your hand so that your artwork will resemble the reference a little bit more each step on the way. Although this can be a tedious process, I admit, if you finally manage to fix all your mistakes, the sense of achievement couldn't be greater, so give it a try. Here's a comparison image of a later stage of my painting. As you can see, the upper half looks very similar to the reference and I declared it as finished. But the lower half of the painting was still way too light and the skin was too orange compared with the right picture. To fix that, I added a watered down bluish layer to cover the orange. When you think you are finished with this process, do it one last time. For my painting, my last collage image had no flaws in my opinion. All values lined up and the saturation looked great too. So I was super happy about it. This technique works best if you paint from only one reference for your entire painting, like I did here, but it's also possible to work from multiple references or inspirations. For example, if you're inspired by someone's color palette, you have one reference for the pose and another one for the background. In this case, I recommend doing the same thing, but one image at a time, to single out each problem individually and to not miss out on anything. This will obviously take a bit longer, and this is why I like to work from just one reference. To conclude, this simple app turned out super valuable for me. So much so, in fact, that I used it for quite some time now, and it simply made my art better. So I had to share it with you. And in case this specific app is not available on your phone, maybe you don't have access to the Google Play Store for example, you can also work with any other collage app basically. And if you have any other app you can recommend, please share them in the comments section. I am such a sucker for these kind of tools and I use all of them. Also, if you guys have tried this method already or if you do something similar, let me know in the comment section as well. And please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. But instead of subscribing, watch one of my older videos instead, especially if you're new to this channel, because I have lots of useful tips for you. See you in the next one. Bye!